Before we do move on from the wonderful Sant'Antonio, so we've got Sant'Antonio Padroeiro de quem em ti acredita, das tudo menos janeiro, and das teso sem guita. So what is going on there? Because when I translated it yesterday,
it was a bad translation, yeah.
Very bad. St. Anthony, patron saint of those who believe in you. Well,
that's okay. That's okay. Yeah.
Right. Okay. You give everything but money. Oh,
that's okay.
That's okay. You give us
but
everything,
not the last line.
So he's stiffened without twine. What were they getting at there? I wonder. How would you translate that?
Santo Antonio Padroeiro, of course, is Saint Anthony, patron saint, right?
Yes.
De quem em ti acredita, and yes, as the translation say, the patron saint of who believes in you.
Yes.
Das tudo menos dinheiro. Yes, you give everything but money.
Yeah.
And das teso, you are broke. He's saying Gita and without any money. Gita here is the slang for money.
Sengita, slang for money. Oh, yeah, because it rhymes with acredita.
Yeah, that's right. Because it has to rhyme. So acredita, sengita. and then padroeiro rhymes with dinheiro.
Very good. And so you might find a slightly awkward translation because it's made the rhyme. Okay.
Yes, but Gita, it means money. If you say, "Oh, estou sem Gita," I'm broke. I'm without money.
Sangita, okay.
Sangita.
It sounds like an Indian name, Sangita, doesn't it? But it's Sangita.
Well, Sangita, but you can have the word Gita in other sentences. You can say, olha, tens aí alguma Gita, or sometimes even algum Gito. We can use the masculine sometimes.
And it's a bit of a slang word for like
it's dosh. It's slang. Yeah, it is slang.
Wonga, dosh, these sorts of words.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad we've got to the bottom of that mystery. And so he's known, is he, as being the kind of ascetic, broke saint. He has his riches are not around money. His riches are in his abundance.
Everything but money. So
yes, interesting. Well, I'm glad we got to the bottom of that. Because these are meant to be given to loved ones, aren't they? And I think that's quite fitting. I give you everything but money, Mrs. M. I can. we haven't got much, but you can have it all. It's all yours. Fantastic. Okay.
Manjerico, by the way, the word in Portuguese, manjerico.
So complicated, right? Manjerico.
And yesterday we haven't spoken about that, the detail of smelling a manjerico, right? Because
the little scout girl. See, she said, don't smell.
No,
don't put your face in the bush.
No, you will kill it.
You've got to rub it and then smell your hand. Why? Yeah. Why is that?
Well, because people believe that if you do that, you will kill it.
by putting it close to your face.
Yes.
What? Kill it with what? Bad breath?
I don't know. Maybe. But if you smell it, if you smell it directly, it will die. So you can't do that. You have to rub your hand and then smell your hand, and then your hand smells very nice, isn't it?
It is very fragrant, manjerico. And if you're American, basil, or if you're British, basil, as in Basil Fawlty.
Or Portuguese, manjerico.
Manjerico. And I thought it was health and safety, because sometimes when people look at flowers, the old spike goes in the eye. I thought it was the influence of the European Union and their health and safety interest. But no, I didn't know that. And the lovely little scout girl and the boy, they were, I don't know, brownie and a cub, and they came up and they were selling these charms basically around the Sant'Antonio festivities in San Martin de Porto here. And she went through that with us as well. It was so sweet, so lovely, and sold us this beautiful plant, which I will eat. I'm going to eat this with I bought some tomatoes to have with some mozzarella and some of this basil as well, manjerico as well. Thank you for pointing that out. Much appreciated.
But there is manjerico and there is manjericão, right? Manjericão to use in your food, but manjerico, I don't know if you use it in your food.
What's the difference? Oh, the big leaves are the
big leaves. Manjericão.
Okay, so manjerico is the
manjerico
kind of
is the tiny leaf.
I'm eating this for sure.
Okay, maybe it's okay,
I
but
pay €3 for this. I'm eating it.
but we usually use manjericão.
I know, yeah, definitely the big leaf. But I mean, this smells, and I'm sure it's going to taste so good.
Yeah,
as well.
the smell is marvelous.
All right, so let's go back to Lisbon before we finish with the Sant Antonio festivities there. And we played a wonderful video and saw the lengths people go to yesterday. Here's another one, just over a minute, captured by Filomena. And I'm going to edit a few more of these together and make them available because they're so good, Filomena. Thank you very much for these. Wow. I mean, the effort people go to, that was superb, wasn't it? That was like West Side Story meets that Mother Brown.
In my opinion, this one should be the winner, in my opinion, because I like this one very much. It's the Bairro da Bica. The Bica, by the way, it was not the coffee here. It was the name of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
But Bairro da Bica, in my opinion, they were great. They were very, very good.
Wow. And it was, as you say, Alcantara won the prize, the best. I mean, they must have been very good, but not as good in your opinion as these guys.
In my opinion, Bica was excellent.
Yeah. Okay. And is there a band there, or is it a backing track? Because I love the music.
Each group has got a band. Each group.
Wow. Even better. Because the music was superb on that one, wasn't it? And was that a traditional? Did they write that specifically for this performance, or
yes, they do. They do.
No way.
Yeah.
That's that. They really went to some effort there.
And the lyric. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, go on.
The lyrics that they were singing. Haja o que houver. So no matter what it happens, nobody's going to be out. So haja o que houver. And then I can't remember the next verse was nobody's going to be left out. Because in Bica. There will be a party for sure in Bica. So that and it was a very nice performance. I think their performance was great.
Oh, superb. Really, really love that. And I keep going back to this because it's such an important part of Portuguese culture, and we will go to São João at some point. But part of the form or the format, as you were explaining to us last night, was that after the procession, people will go to various nooks and crannies of the city and find an arreal,
one real, and several arreais.
Arreais. Okay, and these are the little parties, and here we have just a little snippet of Fabrizio and Ian enjoying a little nook and cranny in the capital. There they are, the lads in Lisbon. And that's what the atmosphere will be like, right? The music
with the paper decorations, and
and this in the air, the grilled sardine aroma, maybe the waft of red wine, and maybe bifanas as well. So, and the party
bifanas, sardinhas, entremeada,
wonderful grilled food, and just music in the air and lights and a lovely atmosphere, leading some people to be up until 2 a.m. sometimes even some people will have
3, 4.
Yeah, fantastic. So is it safe to move on, do we think, from Sant Antonio and to move on to São João now?
Just before we go on, I'm so for example, the bus I took from Santa Apollonia to Oriente, I took a bus at about between 3:30 and 4 o'clock a.m. It was, I mean, packed. You know, it was packed. That bus was packed at 4 a.m.
Incredible, incredible.
Yeah,
So yeah, the city that doesn't sleep at this time of year, and
yeah.
and I maintain that you can now party through until Christmas. I know you were saying last night people do have a rest in October and
I
November,
think so, a little
um,
bit.
but here in San Martino we have our San Martino festival
Yes,
early
also,
November.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
in
So
November, yeah. And the
you can find some.
chestnuts and
Yes,
everything. We have
yes.
the, yeah, magusto. I mean, when I said a little rest, well, it's not as many festivities as the usual, but there are festivities, of course.
That's right. And then New Year's Eve means okay, now we have a proper rest until New
Maybe, maybe because after New Year's Day, then there is the carnival in February.
Ay, ay,
So
ay.
it goes
Okay.
on. It goes on.
It does. It does. Amazing. Fantastic. Okay.